All right, guys, in today's video, we're going to talk about 3 of the most important keys that I've found as I've been coaching for the past 15 years to help you get through the ball, to get that consistent, solid contact that we all want. Let's dive right in. Hey guys, just want to give a special shout out to our sponsors, Municipal. You guys see me wearing the hats and the shirts in all of these videos. They've been a great partner for us, and I absolutely love all of the clothing. And really, they're just getting better and better and better. They're dropping new gear all the time. Some of it's in limited quantity. So if you want to go check that out and you like it, make sure you grab that right away. They've got a new line of golf apparel coming out, but they don't have just the golf stuff. I'm also wearing the Municipal things really everywhere. I wear the shorts and t-shirts to the gym. The hoodies that they have are like the most comfortable thing, the hoodies and the sweatpants. So it's really stuff that I can wear and you can wear when you're going to play golf, but it's also casual. I mean, I could leave the golf course, be at home, go to the gym. Absolutely love the Municipal gear. If you haven't tried any of it before, grab a polo, grab a Municipal hat. You're gonna absolutely love their gear. We'll put the link in the description down below. Now, 3 key parts here in terms of more consistency during the downswing. When you look at great ball strikers, they all have some subtle different things, but there's some things they all do the same. Before I dive in, show you how to feel and practice these pieces, let's head over to Analyzer so I can show you what these 3 are. 3 pieces we're gonna look at here for building in a more consistent downswing here, and we're going to look first here at Adam Scott. I've got 3 different swings we're going to look at here and see the commonalities amongst these great ball strikers. The first piece we're going to realize is going to be the arms and hands, and what we're going to see is that the arms tend to get fully extended or fully straightened at about this 45-degree position. So they're not down at the golf ball, they're not at the target, but they're extending down on this 45-degree angle, having the arms extended. And if we start to look at some of our other swings here, we've got Rory McIlroy, same sort of pattern. Now he's with a driver, and we're going to start to see the arms getting fully extended by roughly the same time. So these arms pretty much fully straightened here, not down at the ball, not down at the target, but about at 45 degrees, a couple feet out in front of the golf ball. So same thing with the driver. And then we've got an old school Tiger Woods, and we're going to see the same sort of pieces. So if we slow him down here, we'll notice the arms are pretty much fully extended here at the same 45-degree mark, right? So not at the ball, not at the target, but a few feet in front, roughly 45 degrees. So getting the arms extended, is a big one, and getting them extended at 45 degrees. Now the second piece we're going to look at with the same swings is how the lower body works, and we're going to notice as the arms are getting extended 45 degrees, the hips are pushing up and forward. They're pushing up and forward to the point where they get fully up over this lead leg. So the belt buckle pushes up and forward to the point where the belt buckle's over the left foot. So arms extended 45, belt buckle fully pushed up over the left foot. Let's see if Rory does the same thing. So he gets the arms extended 45, and then he gets the belt buckle pushed up and forward here right after the arms get to 45. Let's take a look at the Tiger swing. He's got the arms extended 45 degrees, and then he pushes the belt buckle up and forward over the left foot. That would be commonality number 2 we look for during the downswing. And the last part is the upper body. So we have the arms 45, the hips up and forward, and then we have the right shoulder getting fully turned towards the target. So the right shoulder doesn't stay back. That right shoulder continues working forward towards the target, and we'll see the same thing with Rory. Arms are 45 degrees, hips push up and forward, right shoulder fully turned out towards the target. So the upper body is not parallel, it's fully turned up towards the target there with the right shoulder. Then we have Tiger, and we'll see the same thing. Arms 45, hips push up and forward, right shoulder fully turned all the way towards the target. So there we have the 3 pieces that are the most important for consistency as we build a repeatable golf swing. Now I want to talk about how we should practice these and how you put these pieces together. And really we're going to start with the first piece and slowly start to add them in. So what I'd like you to start with is just a short iron here, pitching wedge 9 or 8 iron. And I'd like to focus in on the arms extending at 45 degrees. Now, to give an illustration of how this works, if you watch me do a couple, when I extend my arms at 45, like we saw those players doing, we'll see that gets the club to just short of parallel to the ground. Now, if I keep doing this and I add in my hip motion, right, pushing the hips up over my left leg, you'll notice that gets the club just about to halfway through, right? So arms get me to about quarter of the way through. Hips pushing forward and up get me to about halfway through. Now, if I add in the right shoulder, that's what gets me all the way to my follow through. So it's sort of like 3 phases in terms of training this. You got to get the arms extended first at 45. Then you learn how to push your hips up and forward over the left leg. And then you learn how to get your right shoulder all the way forward as you do those, right? And certainly 3 things are a lot to do at once, but if you train in just the arms, that starts to get easier. And then you train in the hips. You don't have to think about the arms as much. And then you train in the shoulder, and then all of the pieces should get easier. So as you start to practice, I would start by just hitting some short shots. This is an 8-iron. And I'm gonna hit and just focus in on getting the arms straight at that 45. So I'm really feeling, if I put a ball here, like I'm trying to extend my arms about out here. So if here's my ball, I'm trying to extend my arms maybe 3 to 4 feet in front of the ball. This is where I feel like my arms are heading, right to about here. So as I'm doing these and I'm hitting these little punch shots, I'm just feeling my arms extending. Now the momentum of the club is obviously going to take me a little bit farther, but in part 1, to avoid any kind of flip motion or a chicken wing on the way through, we want to really own this arm motion. So I would start with a shorty, again, pitching wedge 9 or 8-iron, and just focus in on the arms extending and getting them fully straight by 45. Now you see my body carried me into that follow through position. And once I can feel and I can check when I hit the ball, hey, did my arms stay straight at that 45? And if I look out and hey, my arms are straight, I'm able to maintain that structure, I'd say, okay, I feel pretty good about this piece. Let me try and add in pushing my arms or pushing my hips forward. So the second piece, right, was the belt buckle pushes forward up over the left leg. So this is what I'm going to feel here. My belt buckle, my hips, push forward all the way up over my lead leg. Now what I'm going to feel here is as I'm extending my arms at the 45, I'm going to feel like I'm pushing my hips forward up over my left leg about at the same time. So arms extended, hips forward, and that would be piece number 2. Now if I'm able to put those together and you check that, at this about halfway through position, your arm should be dead straight still, and your belt buckle should be right up over your left ankle, fully forward. If you see your arms bending too much or your hips staying back or any weight on your back foot, right, any of this, then you need to feel this piece even more. And this would be part number 2, pushing the hips forward. So let's do that again. So the arms are extended at 45, the hips, belt buckle pushes over my leg, gets me to that halfway follow through position. Let's go ahead and do that one more time. Arms extended, hips forward. And that's another piece that I'm going to focus in here for solid contact. And as I'm doing this and I'm working on these pieces, the goal here is consistency or repeatability. So I'm looking for some solid contact. I'm looking to get the ball launching about in the same window and just building these pieces in, right? If all those players have those for consistency, all those good swings we looked at, we want to build those in too. Arms extended, hips are forward. And then the last piece that brings the swing to the finish is that right shoulder gets all the way turned towards the target. So when I turn my shoulders, I'm not just getting them parallel to the target, I'm actually getting my right shoulder turned forward of my left shoulder. Feels like my right shoulder is almost going to point at the target in my finish. So when I add these together, it's arms extended, hips up and forward, right shoulder forward. Let's go ahead and put those together. And that brings me all the way to my full turn in my follow through. Now in terms of downswing, and really these are follow through pieces, these are the 3 to key in on, again, just to build a solid consistent pattern. Arms extended, hips forward, right shoulder through. Now to really be able to best maximize this and get and kind of reap the rewards for all these follow through pieces, like anything else, you have to make sure the pieces earlier are in place. So if you are too steep during the downswing, if you have some setup issues, if you have some backswing issues, it'll be harder to kind of get the rewards for these pieces. But if we're going to build in and just build from the follow through, these are the ones to focus on. Arms extended, hips forward, and then when you get done, the right shoulder should feel like that points all the way towards the target. So those are the 3 pieces to build a foundation, to get more consistency. Work these pieces in. If that doesn't fully lead to the consistency you want, make sure you check the setup in the backswing pieces, watch the videos we have, get those neutral, then you'll really see the results from here. All right, guys, thanks for watching today's video. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you can take 1, 2, or all 3 of those keys, implement them in your own swing, and that helps you play better and enjoy the game more. If you are still struggling with your swing, if you want some guidance from myself and our team, would love to see you at cogornogolf.com/free trial. You still get our 14-day free trial. You get your first lesson for free to try. Would love to see you there. Would love to help put a plan in place for you to improve your game. We'll put a link in the description for that down below.